Ever look at a trebuchet launching a giant pumpkin and think, we could use that for travel? It sounds ridiculous, but for a moment, let's imagine a world where we had human catapults. Just imagine getting launched from a giant sling and landing perfectly on a giant cushion hundreds of miles away. It'd be the fastest, most thrilling ride of your life. But why don't we have them? What's stopping us from flinging ourselves across the country? Well, let's start with the launch. You'd need a truly massive catapult, not some glorified slingshot. The launch would be incredibly fast, and that speed would mean a lot of G-force. Think of a fighter pilot pulling a tight turn. They experience maybe 9 or 10 Gs, and even with special suits, they can pass out. A catapult launch would be far more intense. The acceleration would be so extreme that your body would literally be crushed, and all your internal organs would become a rather unfortunate smear inside you. The force would be so strong, your bones would turn to dust before you even left the trebuchet arm. It's like going from a dead stop to highway speed in a fraction of a second. Not great for a human body. But let's say, for the sake of argument, we figured that out. Maybe some kind of special pod or suit. Then there's the flight itself. You'd be traveling in a huge arc, and to cover a significant distance, you'd need to go way up, probably into the stratosphere. That means breathing becomes a problem, and the temperature plummets. You'd need a pressurized, heated suit, but then you're basically in a mini spaceship. At that point, a plane is just easier and, frankly, much less messy. And then comes the landing. A traditional landing strip is a few miles long, allowing a plane to gradually slow down. Landing in a catapult would mean coming to a sudden, jarring halt. Even if you landed on a giant net or a massive inflatable cushion, the deceleration would be just as deadly as the launch. Your body would go from hundreds of miles an hour to 0 in an instant, and you'd experience the same fatal G-forces. The landing would essentially be a high-speed car crash. The math just doesn't work out for our delicate human bodies. So, could we ever make it happen? Maybe, in a far-flung future with some kind of crazy technology that could manipulate inertia or shield our bodies from extreme forces. But until we invent something that completely rewrites the laws of physics, a human catapult is never going to be a real thing. So maybe the real question isn't why don't we have human catapults, but rather why are we so obsessed with going faster when we've already figured out a pretty good way to fly? If this got you thinking, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the questions that spark curiosity. There's a whole world of what-ifs and why-nots waiting to be explored. What topic should I tackle next? Drop your suggestions in the comments. I read every single one. Until next time, keep questioning everything.